Okay, go live. Go live.
I
Ready?
will check the Facebook.
All right. We
Okay, so
are live.
YouTube is
You're the
live.
editor, you should be checking this and most of that.
It's the 4th annual Wikis.
We're
With your host, Wicked Anime. The stupid, awesome analyst, John Star. The hard man with hard opinions, Andrew.
Oh, hello.
Security guy, Greg.
Hola.
The Daniel Victoria. And our king baby duck, Evan.
Konnichiwa, my bastards and wenches.
With special appearances by Derek, Elite 4 Derek.
Whenever he decides to
That's
run
his
in the
name.
road.
Yes.
Oh, we have, so we have Jen and Dave, both joined on Facebook. Nobody on YouTube yet.
So I have to join Facebook so that I can pay attention to the chat.
Yes.
I can do Facebook if you want to switch.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wicked Anime Podcast. It's the Wiki! First time ever we're doing it live, so you're going to see how terrible we actually are behind the microphone. This is like the biggest behind-the-scenes look that you're ever
Why
going to
did
get
it
from
not
us.
Yes.
really start? We started at 12.
Yeah.
You say we started early.
We started early. Oh, no.
Why am
No, we
I
started on time.
Gerardo, they dragged me out of bed wicked early.
We are punctual.
So, wait, you can't say to Gerardo that we dragged you out of bed.
Why
Because
don't you
Gerardo is 3 hours earlier than
Yeah.
Good morning, I'm sorry.
So this recording is going to sound very different than any of the other recordings. This is for the future audio, because right now we are live, and we are actually doing this audio live. So our post-production editing is probably going to sound very different than you're very used to.
Or similar.
And for the people who are watching live, like we said, you're going to get to see us stumble and fumble over our words
Using
and,
terrible
We
things.
appreciate
with no
Yeah.
editing. So it's gonna be great.
Whatsoever.
Derek will be here.
Mike-
It's gonna be magical.
Mike says we are a wicked punctual podcast right now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I'm sorry we woke you up, Gerardo.
Wicked punctual. So you wanted to be here. That's why
I
you're
did.
here. You.
I did.
No, I'm talking to Gerardo as
Okay.
well. Because if he's here, he's
You're looking at Victoria.
I know you can't do that. Let's talk to him.
Because we're live.
We're live.
Wiki 2018.
Okay, so let's get past the point that we're live,
Yeah.
and we can actually start doing the Wicked Anime wikis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are actually
Woohoo!
rambling
So-
on like crazy like all the time.
Here's how it's going to go. So, as we have done every year, we are going to go through a multitude of categories that we have picked for animes that have come out in the year of 2018. Now, this doesn't count for shows that are returning. We have a specific category for that. And
Hey!
Just in
I got
time.
Look at
You over here, over donuts.
over here, and you can have donuts.
Woo!
I brought some donuts.
Merci.
He's right on time, man.
Yeah,
you
you
are
did.
right on time.
That's pretty good.
We even got to stall like a little tiny bit so that you're here.
Thank you.
So,
guys. Hi,
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah. So for the way that the categories work is we will be picking anime that have been released in 2018. We have a specific category for returning anime, so we do not count animes that have second seasons or anything of that sort. So we are going to go through each category and we're going to read through all the responses. We had a multitude of responses in our wikis form. Thank you for submitting your nominees, and we will be reading off your nominees during the show.
Even if they suck.
Even if they are
So
wrong.
mean.
I
You woke
swear.
up for this. Don't be assholes.
Well,
Well,
some people sent us some pretty like.
dickish
Yeah.
responses.
But we wouldn't expect anything less from you guys.
Someone
So
said
it's
happy
super
sugar
great.
life for every answer.
No, not Happy Sugar Life. They said Happy, the sci-fi show with Patton Oswalt.
Okay,
and Singing
To
Horse.
be fair, I fucking love that show.
I do too, but it's not
It's
fucking
great.
anime.
No,
Okay?
it's not. But it's still fantastic. I will never look at Elliot the
Alright.
same way again.
We're off to a great start.
Yay!
Yeah.
So let's go to our first category of the day.
Mhm.
Best soundtrack of 2018.
It's almost too easy. This was almost too easy for what best soundtrack would be.
Come on, really?
So
Yeah.
let's go through the soundtracks. And now, to specify, the soundtracks are going to be the audio that you hear during the show. It's not openings or endings. We're going to do those next. So we are going to go through the soundtrack that you hear that gives some flavor to the show of any kind. So, best soundtrack of 2018. We have, first up on the board,
Pay attention.
My Hero Academia.
Okay. Yeah.
My Hero Academia, it's kind of
That's
badass.
technically a second season.
third
Yeah.
season.
Or third season, yeah. So
But then so would our next one, which is Lupin the Third.
This
okay.
season with excellent soundtrack. I do agree that it's
I-
their most Henry Mancini styled soundtrack.
I actually didn't even consider My Hero Academia, so that is a good choice, but it's still not my top choice.
Yep. And we also have Laid Back Camp. Laid Back Camp.
Laid
is-
Back Camp was fantastic.
That's my
yeah,
favorite.
That was
Yeah.
a great one.
It
Let's
reminded me so much of like New England folk music.
see. Yeah. I'm going to skip over Hattie. Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby is
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah, Devilman was one of those animes because it was a Netflix anime that I almost forgot that it existed, but until like the very last second.
Yeah.
Okay, just
'Cause it
quick,
began
you guys want me to
early.
like read the comments off? Because like Mike is talking.
Yeah, in between segments, we'll go through and read the
Okay.
comments.
And then finally, our last nominee, which is Agretzko, which actually has an extra vote to it because it got the most votes when we vote. So Agretzko soundtrack.
Yeah,
I actually know that one.
that was the one that I voted for.
I literally finished it on the car right here.
And yes, Eureka Sevenfold, we are not dead.
Yeah. So,
we just don't do stuff.
Yeah, so for everybody who's joining us on YouTube, our YouTube channel has been very quiet for a very long time because we've been focusing on audio stuff mostly. So we're still very much alive on audio.
Facebook's bumping.
And I just want to let you guys know that we have Victoria moderating
I got
Facebook, and we have Greg, the security guy, moderating
Ooh.
YouTube.
I feel like we should give him like an outfit for since he's the
I
security
think
guy.
He's actually looking.
I
for
think
one.
that what
We're
we
gonna
should do right now is we should give Greg a standing ovation. One, as
We
our
wanna
new,
see your height.
We also want to
Look
see
it
how
out
tall
of
you are.
the frame.
Sure,
Oh.
sure. Greg is tall.
To the ceiling.
do it. He has to duck to avoid the chandelier. Guys.
Okay, so let's discuss best
Look,
soundtrack.
even Jesus was looking up at him.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring for Agretzko. That would be
I
my
vote
pick.
Agretzko. Jen votes Agretzko.
Specifically, and it's not even for the metal track, even really. I found
No,
that
I know the
the Office track.
Yeah,
I
the
think is my
Office
favorite.
track is also amazing. The metal is what really helped me decide, like, oh, like this is real metal. Like this isn't like some J-poppy. We're trying to do metal music. It's real metal music, you know.
Yeah.
And that was just like, this is great.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Agretzko was one of my favorite shows that I watched all year long.
Don't spoil the ending, Andrew.
And I'm not spoiling anything. But
I think it's gonna be a fight for.
it looks well.
Agretzko getting a lot on Facebook, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Good to know.
Good to know.
I'm going to throw my hat in with Laid Back Camp. Laid Back Camp had one of the most surprising soundtracks of 2018.
Yeah.
Beautiful folk
It was-
music. Like I said, it reminded me of when I used to camp as a kid. Like the music I would hear from some of the performers that would come to the campsite and play a little song for us. It was very beautiful. I think it's like one of the soundtracks that I listened to the most out of all of the ones that played this year.
I think my vote's going to go to Laid Back Camp too, mostly because it just fits the whole feeling and theme of Laid Back Camp. The second you hear it, you're like, oh, we're going out in the woods. We're going to go camp and relax for a little bit.
Absolutely. You guys have an opinion?
Agretzko.
I'm sticking with My Hero.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, My Hero Academia is a really good, viable option. Did that get the most votes as well, or?
What, My Hero? I think Greg's the only one who cast his vote for it.
Oh, okay. So
Wait, you can see who voted?
Shade.
So I don't know who it is, but
No,
I think
yeah,
that
we don't
you're
know who it is.
right. I think that
So-
you're right.
so Agretzko got it both in votes and Facebook and us. And
I can't tell if I feel like we know that person, but Kai.
yeah, we know.
Clapping?
Yeah, that's it's
I
Kai
read the clapping is like
yeah.
the dainty clapping
I
for some reason.
Kai from Manga Gamer.
I thought
Fairy
so,
Tale
okay.
#1 has been.
Welcome.
I have. I cannot pronounce his name.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck that up.
Marshio?
Sorry.
Marshios is Fairy Tale #1. That's what he's at. He's at
I mean,
Well, it's Fairy Tale does have a good soundtrack.
I love Fairy Tale.
I can't.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah. But majority rules, Agretzko has taken it.
Woo!
It seems. Agretzko.
What a
is-
shock.
Yeah, for
Go
best
the other
Not for
soundtrack.
me. Not for me. That was the best.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
So that is our first
I
category.
really
Let's-
like heavy metal, and like
Yeah.
Kaisen's Fairy Tale is my jam. I agree, it's awesome. But,
All right, let's go to our next category.
Wait,
which
but
is-
first, let's catch up on some comments, just in case there's
I
any.
mean,
weird
Mike still hasn't seen Devilman.
oh, what?
Sorry, Mike, same here.
I haven't either.
It's actually a very depressing anime, so I would definitely
Yeah.
ease yourself into Devilman instead of watching it all in one day like I did and feel
It hurts.
Like it hurts.
It hurts.
We have
to see.
5
What I
people
feel
on
like you should
Facebook.
do is you should like switch between watching Devilman Crybaby and Laid Back Camp.
It's true.
Like watch one episode of each back and
Oh,
forth.
Kai hasn't either.
Or
Just a whole bunch of us like, no, we don't know
or
that one.
Asobi
Sorry.
Asobase.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
get like a Devilman, Asobi Asobase, Devilman, Asobi
Asobi
Asobase. Like it's just
Say that 10 times fast.
It's
That's
really
what I
funny
said.
watching.
That's what I
actually
said.
Asobi Asobase is really easy to say once you get it down. So
All right, next category.
Next category.
We are going to be doing the best opening theme of 2018.
So this was really hard for me because it's usually I have a very distinct answer, but I actually hated a lot of the music, opening and closing, both opening and closings this year. There was nothing that I was willing to sit through every single time. And only like a couple of them, and I had to go back and be like, oh yeah, that was the best
See, for
one.
me,
I'm checking
everything
my
has to
results.
live up to the Full Metal Alchemist opening, and nothing does. Bring it.
Nothing this year.
Yes,
Yes.
That would have to be my vote
dude,
for that one.
that was my
Michael,
almost.
ask him when he's done.
So I almost did Junji Ito's opening until people voted, or
Oh, my
until
God,
I
me too.
remembered that Cells at Work was
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I've said this on Wicked Anime on the podcast forever. It's always been
the
Wicked
again
Anime.
one. Sorry.
It's always been when you have the cast of the show singing the opening theme song, it's almost guaranteed that I will always listen to it because they always come out so good. So Cells at Work to me was hilarious, catchy, and amazing.
Yes.
I almost my second to that was the Agretzko opening. So I didn't do the Agretzko opening. I did I over Agretzko I did Cells at Work, but Junji Ito was close.
So-
I was rocking out to that
Yeah.
every time.
My almost, and as actually an almost for all of my categories, is A Place Further Than the Universe. Even though we just talked about that on the last episode, saying like, what, why? I went back through my list. And the music in
Type your chat, Mike.
It was
that is
very
awesome.
good. It's very
It's
good.
great. I think it was my almost for soundtrack, opening, and ending. But
Anybody-
I went with
is there
Cells at
anyone on
Work.
YouTube that is saying anything?
Facebook, shut up.
Yeah, Brashio.
I love
And again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, man. I'm trying really hard. He's saying his favorite opening is for One Piece, although I'm not sure if that was in 2018.
Well, that was
They
That's
always
like
have different theme songs.
2009.
Well, because I was trying to think of because I was also trying to think of a Boruto opening
Yeah.
that might be good, and I couldn't come up with one. But that's a little bit tougher because again, that's a second season or a multi-season show, and we're kind of doing like the either first seasons that came out this season or something like that. So,
Right.
but One Piece is totally viable because you have things like Naruto, Boruto, like that always come out with amazing soundtracks. And you're just like, I like this one. This one's my favorite.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
One Piece. And everything that has multi-seasons is totally viable.
Evan and Derek. Mike wants to know where he can watch Laid Back Camp.
Crunchyroll and VRV.
Okay.
Crunchyroll and VRV.
Oh wait, I gotta look here.
I
Wait
know.
till the phone.
See, I told him I would ask when you guys were done ranting, so it took a second. And then Gerardo says I should watch the FME live action movie, and I still haven't because I'm terrified.
I actually haven't started watching it either.
I want to, but I'm so
It's good
scared.
as an alternate history period drama, not as a full-fledged.
All right, we gotta get back on
I'm
track.
sorry. Yeah, that was
We gotta get back on track.
The chat's just been going.
Opening.
Yeah. Here are the nominees. Flashback in Kokoku. Or is that
Kokoku. Yeah,
It's,
that's the anime.
Lupin Trios 2018.
Twa.
Twa. Sorry.
2018.
Skip over Happy again.
Skip over Village of
I
Flight
said
because that's not a
you need to
20s
mess up
thing.
every line so that we can correct you on each
Um,
one. Like, please?
Okay, so and then
No, it's good.
Adabana Necromancy
By
by
Frank
Fran Choo
From
for
Zombieland
Zombieland Saga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what was this?
Selta Hashiro
Yes.
Tonagawa-kun from Mr. Tonagawa, Middle Mansion.
I actually like that one.
Not gonna lie, I'm always impressed at how Evan can pronounce them all. I
Yeah.
never understand.
I've been doing J-pop shows since
Yeah.
2006.
I get you. I get you. It's
A place-
impressive.
A Place Further Than the Universe did make it onto the list. So did Cells at Work. And
Vorosity by Myth and Roy for Overlord Season 3, which is a good song, too.
Yeah. then the opening for The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
Did I watch that one? I'm watching
You watched
Reincarnated.
it?
I haven't finished
It's a
it yet.
weird show.
It's
good.
It goes along with all the isekai shows. Comments have got us going. So this is tough then.
I'm going to throw my hat in the ring for Cells at Work. Cells at Work was just phenomenal. It was a Saturday morning cartoon opening.
Hotanaku!
Yeah.
And it had that like offbeat, like kind of reggae ska kind of like bounce to it. So I was just like, I like this.
You kind of do that.
Yeah. And then you had like the hop, hop, like little voices in the background. It was just catchy, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
I'm still gonna go with Mr. Tonagawa for the opening theme because there's
That's really
nothing
interesting.
sounded like that. song.
Okay.
Nothing.
I would say because Chala Head Chala was not the opening theme to Dragon Ball Super, I would actually have to go with Junji Ito Collection for that one.
Why totally viable because I love
will,
that.
I will immediately lose this one. So,
But I must admit that that rockabilly
That's
doesn't
great.
get enough love.
Yes.
So like it had that rockabilly sound to it, and it was wonderful. So
And Japanese rockabilly is like amazing.
We're getting yelled at to make a Wicked Anime Discord, so I
We
thought
have fans who want
guys,
to-
we know about the we know about the
Yeah.
Discord. We even have like the hashtag New Year's demands going, and we hear you. And I almost, believe it or not, I almost set it up yesterday. But
Really?
yeah, I really almost truly turned it on yesterday, but I wasn't feeling well.
Mike
So.
mentioned we should post a stream on the Nerdy Show Discord.
Could do that. We don't have access to that. Though.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, we don't have access to that.
So someone who does, post it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we have 2 for Cells at Work, 1 for
Totally
Middle
wrong.
Management, 1 for Junji Ito.
What do you want, Andrew?
No, I was Cells at Work.
You were okay.
Yeah, I was Cells at Work.
So we don't have if that's it then.
Then none of you two have it?
I like the reincarnated as a slime one because that show's fantastic.
But is the opening good? Because the show's fantastic. Is the opening good?
Oh, that's a great
That's the question.
Um,
I skip over it. That wasn't.
I'd say so. On the microphone.
So I may have been a little busy this year,
Yeah.
like, planning my wedding and everything else. I mean, you did it, but I just haven't watched a lot of anime, so I don't know these ones. I'm sorry!
Cells at
Winners
Work.
and Cells at
Your
Work!
2018 opening is Cells at Work. Okay.
And there weren't a lot of votes in the Facebook chat. Just make the damn.
Discord.
Gerardo says make it now during the stream.
Yeah.
So
While they're watching, I was like, I'm gonna watch you make it.
if we don't want this
I
recording to
mean,
be 4 hours
we
long,
have
we're
another
gonna-
computer. I'm just saying.
No, we're good. We got it going. We're good.
Best ending theme of 2018. So now we're moving on to the credits. So let's read off the nominees. We have Refrain by Aimer in After the Rain.
Great song. Very beautiful track.
Sene no Kaze ni Adieu by Miyuki Sawashiro.
I didn't read them.
For Lupin the Third, Part 5. Let's see. These two don't count because JoJo Season 4 was back in 2016.
I Want You by Savage Garden, by the way. Great song.
Oh yeah, see that I think that was one of the nominees last year. So the Savage Garden one.
All right. We got Inkia Impulse by Hinakino, Rika Nagasami, and Konami Kohara for Asobi Asubase.
Okay.
Cells at Work, which I do believe, I don't remember.
Oh man,
That one was Asuka.
That was-
Or no,
see-
did Asuka do Lay Back Camp?
Asuka did like that.
See, no, but see, for Cells at Work
That's
though,
Clarice. Clarice.
I for-
Clarice, yeah.
See, I forgot about the ending to Cells at Work because I watched both the opening and closing songs to Cells at Work, but I didn't vote for Cells at Work. I voted for something else.
Okay.
But I think the Cells at Work one is actually gonna take my answer.
All
I
right.
forgot about that one.
We have Angels of Death,
That's the one I voted for. I voted for
Which-
Angel to Death.
which, by the way, has one of the most John Carpenter inspired sort of melodies. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I really loved Angels of Death. It was especially when it was based off of like an RPG Maker game. Congratulations, Angel of Death. That's quite
Excellent
impressive.
show, by the way, too.
Yeah, so I'm automatically, even though I initially voted for the Angels of Death ending, I watched the Cells at Work ending all the time.
I
That was my
voted
favorite.
for Cells at Work as well. Cells at Work is mine.
Wow.
Mike
almost
was
like we're
probably
twins or
How
something.
could you? I don't know.
How could we for
I
what?
don't know.
We talk about so much.
Hold on,
Yeah.
there are two more nominees.
Oh, there are?
Yeah, we have the end theme from My Hero Academia, and then we have Sasame Yuki by Wagaki Band for Kyoto Taramachi Sanju no Homes.
Whoa,
Again,
that's a mouthful.
how? Kai thinks you just say them in front of a mirror. That was a comment from before this week. It's impressive as hell, man.
So if that's it, Sells at work.
It
It
still
still sells at work.
So, does anybody else have any thoughts on endings?
Because this won't put it over and make it win, I will also vote happy.
Yeah.
Cells at work.
Just so you know, guys, we are in fact taking all the statistics into account as well as our votes.
Yeah.
So if we vote all for something and it doesn't, one of the winners on here doesn't, we're still taking these into account. So
Yes.
All right.
a Gretzko that took off.
All right.
Jeez.
Let's
How
get
could
into
you-
some more categories.
Oh, it's for me.
How could you, Andrew? LOL.
Let's get into some more categories that are going to really start to mix things up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Best story of 2018. Best story of 2018. This is like the best thing that we tuned in to watch. It had the most comprehensive dialogue, or it was just a pleasure to watch. Something that was probably a little bit more complex.
Yeah. Oh, what did I do for this one? Oh, okay.
So here we go. So let's read off the nominees.
So we have Violet Evergarden. Let's see.
I think I saw that one.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
And unfortunately, Kakigururi was a 2017 anime, so we can't count that.
Oh.
It is coming back though. So
yeah,
maybe
for season 2.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Maybe next year. We have Magical Girl Site,
Interesting.
Oh, Magical Girl Site was pretty dang good.
Hina Matsuri,
Yeah, Hina Matsuri was the one with the Yakuza boss who got
And
the little girl with powers.
Yep.
Devilman Crybaby,
Government Rabbit. Yakuza.
Oh, yeah.
Laid Back Camp,
Which is the one I voted for initially.
and My Hero Academia Season 3.
I changed it to Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah?
Yeah, because if so, the show got me depressed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it emotionally affected me.
Yeah.
And where Laid Back Camp did as well, the story, overarching story, wasn't as strong as we have a beginning, middle, and end to Devilman.
And I feel like that's the only one out of all these nominees that actually has that.
The only complaint I have about the story of Devilman Crybaby is they ended it so that it can't go into Violence Jack. It's a very different ending than the original Apocalypse ending. So, but it's still the anime made me depressed, made me emotionally react. I should say. I'll vote for Devilman Crybaby. I swear, yeah, I changed my vote, my initial vote.
I'm probably going to go with Hina Matsuri.
That was one of your favorites of this year.
Oh god.
Dragon Ball Super.
Only 2 months of it were in 2018. So I can't count the last 4 episodes of it. I'm gonna have to go, even though it's never really finished telling its story. My Hero Academia, just the way it's.
It's true. That's super true. Yeah.
One for all for one. Battle was.
Oh, yeah.
That was my shit.
Mike is a vote.
It is your turn.
Mike has a vote?
Mike is a vote. I think that's what Mike's vote. BNHA.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mike. But also, I'm not a heretic. Stop calling me that.
It's so great that we can live respond to our
There's
audience.
a
Yeah.
delay and you just come out and play.
Why, it's almost
I
like we should
also
do this more
definitely
often.
second MHA.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, okay. So I don't have a problem with saying My Hero Academia at all, because story, as far as a shonen story goes, My Hero Academia is one of the best shonen stories ever, in my opinion.
Me too.
Gerardo just gave it the same BMHA.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
Wow.
It obviously
Mike
doesn't
also calls you
conclude.
heresy.
It just has a rep.
And I feel like that's... Listen. More anime studios should be doing what My Hero Academia is doing, taking breaks in between so they can catch up to the manga, not have to deal with any of that filler bullshit. Even though...
New Namek!
Oh my god.
Even though My Hero Academia has so many resources that filler episodes surrounding one character wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, even it was technically a filler episode when they did their whole room competition when they moved in.
Yeah.
That was not in it, I don't believe.
It was.
it wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it was.
No, you know what one wasn't in there? Was the Froppy episode.
Well, there was the Froppy episode and
The pool episode.
and the Froppy episode, the pool episode, which was a recap episode.
Yeah.
And the third one was the one where the test where they robbed the bank.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
which was
Yeah,
excellent.
which was really good.
So Kai says, but that would be smart, Evan. How dare you put logic into this? And Mike just yelled Garlic Jr. So
So okay,
he's canon.
so let's get to the voting. It seems This category is
right there.
overwhelmingly
Yeah.
My Hero Academia. So
Yeah.
congratulations, My Hero Academia, best story. Let's take a comment break. Is there any comments on YouTube?
Actually, I wanted to do a shout out to Big Bad Shadow Man, who posted a link to our stream to the Nerdy Show Facebook Discord.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much for doing that.
Thanks, Big
Other
Bad.
than that, it's been quiet on the YouTube front.
All right, that's fine.
Facebook didn't stop.
Okay.
Yeah, Facebook is like, well, because that's where we patrol from Facebook.
Yeah.
Like we are all on Facebook. So
Our next category, the best dressed of 2018.
this is too easy for me. Okay.
I know, it's so easy. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Haruka Receive.
Horror girls.
What? It's Haruka Receive. It's bathing suits. Like it's the great. It's the best.
It was a good show, though. I will say Haruka Receive was one of my favorites. My favorite surprises of the summer.
Yeah. No, I voted for Haruka Receive.
I was naming just one character. Just say Toru, My Hero Academia, hands down, best costume.
The Invisible Girl.
Kai just shouted bathing suits.
Thank you.
Okay, can we really go
Give
down?
the man his
Yeah,
bathing
let's go down the
suit.
So we're gonna go down the list and see what people voted for as well.
So we have Violet Evergarden. Someone wrote El Condorpasa, which means Uma Musume. So we have 2 for Uma Musume here,
Ooh, okay.
and actually 2 for Violet Evergarden as well. We have Neo Yokio Pink Christmas, which actually is good. That's
Who
a good.
said that?
I don't know.
Get that out of here.
Card Captor Sakura Clear Card.
Okay.
That's always beautiful.
Yep.
Harukana Receive and My Hero Academia Season 3.
Okay, so it seems like the majority of the votes were for Horse Girls, which
And you're
to
adorable.
Mike, to the bane of Mike, it's going to win. so I guess the results for best dress
Of 2018.
of 2018 goes to Uma Musume.
Horse Girl.
Woo!
You
But
really
no, no,
thought we were going to get through this without mentioning Horse Girl?
Oh no! It's far from over.
Yeah.
But runner up has to go to Haruka Receive because bathing suits the whole show, and Okinawa and that fine Okinawa dress.
I can't
Close
tell
to my
from
heart.
faces that Mike just sent her based off the horse girls comment.
Yes,
What is it?
it's just a bunch of frowning faces.
I like the card captor stuff.
Yeah, that was actually my pick for Card
Kai
Captor
and I are
Sakura.
on that level right now.
Because if you look at any magical anime series, Card Captor Sakura is like the only one that actually has a different costume each episode.
She
for
always
Sakura.
did. She should. It's beautiful.
Which means like they had to animate the transformation sequence every single time. So you gotta give like Matt House props for doing that instead of asking it like Toei Animation does with Sailor Moon.
It's probably
The
your
flip
heart-
side,
your heart is
My
better.
Hero Academia, their costumes really haven't changed much from seasons 2 to 3.
Pretty much.
That is
So,
true.
okay.
That's true.
So the next category that we're going to be moving on to is probably going to be one of the best.
Yes. There were so many of them this year.
This one's basically the disaster anime, right?
The next category is the most WTF moment of 2018. This is a moment. There was a moment in each show
Yes.
that was like, what the hell is going on?
So okay, go for it. Start
Okay.
reading the.
So
best.
let me see. We have the Darling in the Franxx Aliens reveal.
Okay.
Basically the end of the show.
Let's see. That one's not a 2018 anime. That's not anime. Pop Team Epic.
Pop Team Epic, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
WTF.
That's
Yeah.
not a moment.
The whole show is a moment.
Yeah. They soon did a dragon and reincarnated as a slime.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
My Sister, My Writer.
Kai shout
The
out
whole
no spoilers,
thing?
so careful with
Oh
your
no, we're not. Yeah, we're not gonna. There's no spoilers.
Yeah.
This is a non-spoiler episode. Don't worry about it.
Finding out Joshi Ochi was actually porn.
The apartment anime.
Oh yeah, the apartment anime. Yeah, that's right.
Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody.
Yep, that was my vote, and I have the whole show was a moment, but it was the moment you find out that every single character is under the age of 11, and it's just like, why are they all trying to bang each other? Like, this is really, really
What?
yeah, it's
I
a bad
thought we were
show.
doing no spoilers.
Well, we only spoil if we're trying to warn the audience.
So the show is so atrocious that I watched it from beginning to end. It's just the worst show I've ever seen, but not the worst show I voted for this year. That we're getting into that, so it's fine. What's left?
Kokoro betrays Futoshi in episode 11 of Darling in the Franxx. I don't quite remember that one, to be honest with you.
Oh! I know what they're talking about.
I
Don't
know
worry,
what
Kai. That's not a spoiler. Because it happened so early. I know
It's a
what
long series.
I know what they're talking about.
And I still don't know if I liked it or not.
Yeah.
I did. I liked Darling in the Franxx. So it was one of those shows.
I liked it, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, I want something from this show.
Okay.
And then finally, my Zombieland
Zombieland.
saga.
Oh, that's
Probably
right. When
was
she
a
gets hit
little-
by the truck.
Yes.
that would be.
Spoilers.
No, that's the first episode.
That's like the first.
minute.
Yeah, it's literally the first minute of the show. She gets hit by a truck. Spoilers because it's not a surprise to anybody anymore. But I think there's so many memes online of it right now that it's kind of hard to miss. This is tough.
Yeah, this
This
is.
is really tough, and I knew it was going to be. Facebook and YouTube, you guys are going to have to help us out on this one because out of all those moments that we gave you, if you've watched any of those animes, I am totally fine with almost any of those choices.
Me too.
Because anime is a terrible medium.
I
And it's just full of
Well, let me put it to you this way: it's a terrible medium, but it's still not as bad as what's offered here in the West,
like Netflix, like all of Netflix.
or reality shows 24/7 on every single channel, or how every single sitcom
What are you
on
talking about?
ABC, NBC, and CBS is about a quirky family.
VH1 is just the prime
Yeah.
of.
I always wanted to have Flavor Flav find love.
He
That was
deserves
so
it.
long ago.
Okay,
Oh my
so go through the choices
Oh
again
my
because
God.
I want to make sure that.
All right, Darling in the Franxx, Aliens Reveal,
Yeah.
Hot Team Epic, Sundari Dragon, and Reincarnated as a Slime, My Sister, My Writer, Jersey Ochi actually being porn, Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody, Kokoro betraying Futoshi in Darling in the Franxx, and Zombieland Saga.
You forgot Happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucking
Wrong
love that.
screen.
Shut up.
It's on an anime.
I know. It's a great show.
My vote would have been for something else. I would have said the opening sequence to Goblin Slayer, where they instantly tell you what sort of tone they're about to be set in.
You know what?
So Goblin Slayer comes up at a different point in this for me. So
Yeah, but you know what? When I found out what the goblins like to do in that first episode,
that was so true.
Yeah.
You know what,
Yeah,
guys?
it really messed me up.
You know what,
Yeah,
guys?
I said this on the show. Like, I was eating lunch while watching that episode, and I dropped my sandwich while watching.
You know what,
that
guys? I have to be. That's so true because every single one of us were like, "Okay, guys, I've seen this episode already, but we're going to sit down and watch it together."
Yeah.
Because that was the only show that forced us all to be like, "We're watching Goblin Slayer right now."
Yeah. So
I haven't seen it.
You probably wouldn't like it.
wouldn't
I'm
Okay.
just saying, if you don't like the gory stuff,
First
I
5
do not.
minutes, you're like,
Especially
this is
episode
fun,
one,
this is
yeah.
adventuring, and then
it's
something
a really good D&D
I've gotten.
show.
I've watched the hardcore anime panel enough times now
Yeah.
that I can
No,
maybe
and it
not
should.
hide in my shirt as much.
Just go into it saying it's a good fantasy show. It reminds me of
I'm just
D&D.
saying. I'm just saying. If you guys like, I would watch it with you guys, but otherwise, I would.
Even Greg, you saw that too, right?
Oh,
So-
yes, that scene.
I'm totally cool with throwing in my hat for changing my answer.
Wow,
and-
something
Greg,
that
are you throwing in the 7
Wow,
episodes
yeah.
right now?
wow, something that wasn't even a nomination.
Thanks for your votes, guys. We picked something else.
Because I forgot. It was just like
Why, it's like we're the actual Academy Awards, where we're like, fuck the
Yeah,
good
guys,
choices,
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
get to crash.
it's like a full political spectrum of just like we don't care what anybody actually likes.
All right, so Goblin
Slayer
Slayer's
opening.
Episode 1.
Yeah. Thanks for your votes. All right, what's up next?
All right, so let's get a little emotional. Let's talk about something that almost made us sob, like give its man tears. This is the "Shut up! I'm not crying. You're crying" award.
I think there's actually only one show that really could be nominated for this. But what do we get?
So we have episode 10. Hi, this is what my eyes look like when I'm not wearing my sunglasses. Violet Evergarden, episode 10. Finding out that the real special week passed away shortly before the series ended of Uma Musume.
That's
Oh.
right.
Wow.
I
That
have
was deep. I didn't even I just said a show. I didn't know we were doing moments.
So I don't know if this counts, but it's mentioned twice for school babysitters. But one of them has said Ryuichi tries calling his parents in episode 1.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
so my vote for was for School Babysitters, and it was for specifically for that moment. Was
Yeah.
the School Babysitters like?
Yo,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
The ending to Devilman Crybaby and
Oh,
My Hero Academia once again has a moment. too.
So for Devilman Crybaby, that's not an I'm not crying, you're crying moment. That's just I'm sad. Like that. It's just like, oh, I'm sad.
So that was my vote. That was my vote was the Devilman Crybaby one, but I am totally changing my answer to the first episode of School Babysitters.
Yeah.
Like
As soon as that happened, I was like, this is going to take this award next
yeah.
year.
So for those of you who don't remember the recording of when we actually talked about that moment in the episode, that was literally like a month or two after our dad passed away. And
Yeah.
so it was like the same exact moment that when like you lose a parent and there's this short moment in time where you're like, man, this is cool. Let me call my parents and tell them how like a cool thing.
Yeah, so we related to that like tenfold.
So we should mention that it's a moment where Ryuichi is trying to call his
What?
parents because like Kotaro gets sick. His little big brother says, "Oh shoot, I have to call my," and that's when you realize I can't do this.
Yeah.
They're not here for us anymore.
So I'm in for School Babysitters. School Babysitters deserve something
Dirk?
this season.
Oh man, I actually might have to go with My Hero Academia because I think the scene you're talking about is when they were training in the woods. Maybe.
Training in the woods.
Oh, with
When Toga tried to bang him.
no the oh god what's his name the little nephew of
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
that was like the same thing where it was just like my dad just died. Like I don't know how.
and then he uses his quirk.
yeah.
I mean that's only like 2 episodes.
That's
so
true though. That was really good.
That was me. That yeah.
That was so good, man. There's a lot of good. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think of that either.
I'm going with Special Week, and so Gerardo apparently nominated Special Week.
Gerardo.
Mike
Hey.
says BNHA gets my vote.
Uh-oh.
Although the Special Week one is sad.
This is maybe we shouldn't have let the comments in because it's like
I'm just saying.
So we're at tie now. We're tied for My Hero Academia
And School Babysitters.
and School Babysitters Club. School Babysitters.
So I looked away and I got. I know what Kai says. I know what you're talking about. That was so good. Right in the fields, man. And Mike, that was a deep one.
Ooh.
So
Was that the vote that
I
put it
think
over?
I think it was towards yours. Come on, Greg.
What are y'all looking at me for?
What did you watch?
Come here, Greg.
What
Come here.
makes
Come
you
here, boy.
I'm a sucker for the show, man. My Hero Academia.
I'm totally cool with that.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
so
a
totally
sucker
cool
for
with
the
that.
show. It's my absolute favorite.
I thought School Babysitters was going to sweep because
Yeah,
you
no.
were into that too. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you were like super into that, so I was actually surprised at the My Hero. That's a good one though. I
Yeah.
like that. So congratulations, My Hero Academia, from taking I'm Not Crying. You're Crying.
Come from
All
behind
right.
victory.
So what should I write down for the?
I just saw an angry face pop up on the Facebook.
It's been more like dislikes and stuff like that. And
I
Yeah.
saw one angry
that was a
face.
deep one. Too late. Live with the decision.
All right, what's next?
All right. So next we have best anime inspired video game of 2018.
Okay, so I didn't play a lot of anime. The only anime inspired video games I played.
Happy.
Yeah. So I have a couple sitting at home that I didn't get a chance to play. Like I didn't get a chance to play Valkyria Chronicles yet, and that probably would have taken my vote, but I haven't had a chance to play it.
It's one of my favorite games.
So the only ones that I got to play were Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers, and that game was not good. So Dragon Ball Fighters was my vote.
My husband hasn't stopped playing Dragon Ball Fighters, so I'm gonna have to vote for that one.
I just picked that up yesterday,
And it was
I can't wait to go back into it.
It's a good fighting game. I mean, it's made by ArcSys.
Yeah,
Like they made Guilty Gear. How could it not
but
be?
it plays more like Skullgirls in the way that anybody can pick up combos and stuff like that in the game.
Yeah,
you know?
because Guilty Gear is a very complex, hard fighting game. Well, not like King of Fighters complex and not like BlazBlue complex, but they're the same company.
Yeah.
Oh, bye, Mike.
Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Thank you,
Yay.
bye. Okay, so let's read through the nominees and just see.
So
what
we
else
have
there
a
is.
Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet.
That's right. Yep, that came out.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They're
Ooh.
specifically saying the World of Light story mode.
Is that an anime game? I don't know.
I mean, it's Japanese.
yeah, but It's,
Is it-
but it's not. But it's not.
It's
It's not
not
anime
characters,
inspired, which
it's
means
like,
based
let's
off
go
of an
fight
anime.
everybody.
Yeah, which means based off of an anime.
Right.
Okay.
Galgun 2.
That's not based off of an anime.
Well, it's anime inspired though, because it looks like. an
Okay.
anime.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and then we have My Hero 2. What's My
Oh,
Hero?
Yeah. The My Hero Academia.
Video game.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get to play that one, so that also wasn't on.
I forego playing it because all it was
It's a
was
Naruto
clone.
Yeah, it's a
and
Naruto
I hate those games. I'm sorry, I hate those games.
I think we're waiting for Jump Force though. Anyway.
And not to mention, there are only like 12 characters to play in the game. You're not going to pay $60 for a My Hero Academia game with only 12 characters. You have a cast of like 100 people.
Well,
Some diehards would though.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, and next year Code Vein is supposed to come out, so I'm waiting for Code Vein, and that would be really that would have been a good vote because it was supposed to come out this year, but
Oh my god.
I'll throw in for Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dragon Ball.
but Facebook is.
What's
So
Facebook
Kai
saying?
and Gerardo are saying Smash.
John-
Kai is all about Smash.
Yeah.
Gerardo said
No.
justice. Hashtag justice for Smash.
So Smash is an amazing game, and I've been playing
It's
it.
great.
I just don't know if I'd call it anime inspired because they're Nintendo characters and there's no real anime based around them or I mean like you have like
Some
the
of the new characters. You're getting what's his name from Persona 5 in there.
Joker.
yeah,
Yeah.
Joker, but then there's like the Fire Emblem characters and then the Castlevania characters and Castlevania had an anime, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if like Brawl is a video game as its entirety because you have Pokemon in there as well.
Yeah, Kai literally just said
Okay, well, I
Pokemon,
mean,
though.
we're on the same wavelength on that. But it's not a Pokemon game. That's so hard to decide. I'm still going with Dragon Ball for
Same.
my vote. Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
I'll do Dragon
I
Ball.
wonder what he's gonna vote.
It's our show, guys! But I will say that Smash is a very, very, very good game.
Kai says Pikachu's been there since the beginning. Gerardo says Kirby had an anime too and a very angry face.
That's very true.
That is
Make
very
Gerardo
true.
mad, guys.
Yeah, well, you know the
I
thing
think
about
it's because-
Kirby? He sucks.
You suck.
I'm
You're fired.
Fired.
No, I mean, he literally sucks.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
He does.
All right, so I think
Okay.
even though we had 2 for Smash on there, but we have like a whole cast of people voting for Dragon Ball.
The couch voted Dragon Ball. Sorry, guys.
So Dragon Ball wins!
Woo!
I did a bunch of angry faces on Facebook.
All right. Our next category is the waifu of 2018.
Oh, I have-
So waifu watch.
This is gonna be rough.
Why is mine not on there?
Because I don't think you tucked yours in.
No, I know, but I assume someone else would.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
gonna be casting
Oh my gosh.
All the angry faces.
Hi.
All right.
Sorry.
I got. All right. So should I read off the list?
She's probably laughing while she does
Yes.
it too.
So we have Akira Tachibana from After the Rain. Good choice.
Never saw it.
Yeah,
Katsuragi. Who the hell is Katsuragi?
I know that name. I forget.
I
don't
feel like we should have had pictures for the wife.
Well, we should have put the show after it as well.
We have Sinon from Sword Art Online.
Sun is a good choice
Is
because
that from this year?
yeah, there's a season of Sword Art.
There was a season of Sword Art.
Two of them, actually.
Was
Was
the
the guy
guy in
there?
it?
Yes, he was in it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
We have Ayaka Tsunohara from Miss Caretaker of Tsunohara.
See, I liked that show, but she was not my waifu choice. It was the dark skinned girl. Doi.
We have Red Blood Cell from Cells at Work.
Which one?
The only one that matters.
We have
You scared me. So sad. Time to unsubscribe.
Yeah. People say unsub all the time. Did somebody join us?
Yeah, that's one of my friends actually.
Oh, nice.
we have Vodka from Umamatsu.
That was me. I did Vodka.
We have 02 from Darling in the Flight. Franks.
Not until the 40th episode.
Oh wait, mine is there, but they don't know the person's name.
Suyu from
Oh,
My Hero Academia.
It says Frog Girl.
Who you last week? Come on, guys.
See, this is gonna be. It's just
Yeah,
a different.
Froppy. It's not hard to spell Froppy. That's acceptable. All right, so there's my vote.
Well, I put Red Blood Cell, but that one was because like I really couldn't decide and I couldn't remember any names of horse girls.
Yeah, so I voted for vodka, but
I feel
Silent
bad.
Suzuka.
yeah.
Oh.
No, I didn't like
Kai
Silent
says
Suzuki.
yes, 02.
Silent
Yeah,
Suzuki
Why are you
was
walking around?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I'll be right back.
We're live. You can't just do that.
This is why you should have brought a catheter, dude.
No, Adam, he set the precedent. This means I'll be able to do the same.
Oh my god.
All right,
Wait,
so
Someone put Frog Girl, you said?
Yeah,
Yes.
someone put Sue.
That's my vote. High five.
yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I
Okay.
was enjoying the one podcast.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I wasn't
I like
expecting
her.
that.
That's
Well,
what
it's not like I have a
called
husband to
PI,
think
right?
right now. I'm just gonna
no.
drive everybody my loud voice.
Vodka was. It was one of the random ones on the other team that like didn't get any speaking lines whatsoever. She was awesome. I'm not saying she wasn't. I'm just saying that she wasn't the.
They're like the quiet ones.
That means I'm putting a split here.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, Froppy's great, but Vodka's great too. I'm just trying to break the tie, or actually, I'd be creating a tie if I said Vodka. So,
Yeah.
Vodka.
Hey.
There's a question from YouTube from Big Bad Shadow Man.
Okay.
What would you call wanting to adopt a character?
Nobel Prize for
Isn't that a thing?
Adorability, which is coming up very soon.
Bam,
Very
that's
soon.
your answer, Big Bad.
Wasn't that
No.
a thing though for the panel? Like I feel like that was a thing. It's part of the like. It is a thing, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking
I don't know.
Sleep.
Everything's
I
a
got
thing.
my hat now.
So, all right. So we're tied at Vodka and Froppy, right? Or did we get? So we got Froppy,
I'll go with Froppy too.
Froppy, Vodka. Okay, so that
The
puts
chat
Froppy
has
ahead.
vote.
I'll change my answer to Sunohara if that helps.
No, 'cause
It does. Thank you.
Yes, good, awesome.
Froppy won. That's the waifu of 2018 was Froppy. I think that one's well deserved.
Okay.
Although I think that Toru should be thrown into the mix.
So Kai also wanted to throw in Kusuri from Steins Gate.
Oh yeah. Well, I think she's gonna be sitting alone on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you can, but you are correct. You can still vote. You can live vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna read out the votes and stuff. I've been interrupting them the whole time, so I'm good at that.
Yeah. So did Froppy win?
Yep, Frog Girl.
Froppy won.
I was hoping
Yay.
Sunohara would win.
Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Husbando 2018.
Oh, guys,
Yay.
this is too easy.
It's way too easy.
Husbando of 2018. What are the nominees?
All right, so we have Bruno from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden
Okay.
Wing. We have Yukio Tonagawa from Mr. Tonagawa, Middle Management Plans. We have White Blood Cell
White Blood Cell.
from
Yeah.
Cells at Work. We have Goblin Slayer. And we have Broken Bone Boy.
Broken bone.
Oh, it's Deku.
Okay.
It's never
Make
Deku.
sure these people
It's never Deku.
can't vote without pictures of the people.
It's guys. It's Goblin Slayer.
It's White Blood Cell.
Oh,
What happened to Twin Tuition here? Come on, Michael.
It's Aoyama. Never stop twinkling.
Actually, so I did cast my vote for Goblin Slayer, but White Blood Cell is actually pretty dang good as far as that
See,
goes.
because the difference, Goblin Slayer only cares about slaying goblins. He doesn't even like anybody.
no, I know, and that was just it. Is he's not like. I just like his attitude. So
I mean, sure.
Kai, did you send me a picture?
Sure. I mean, sure. He has,
I can't copy
I
it.
still think he's on the spectrum,
He's-
especially with the episode 11. It's showing like you're not responding, which means you're really deep into thought. Which is like, hey, that's kind of how like I am when when an object comes around where I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that.
yeah. I don't know. I just think that White Blood Cell has the capability. Like he likes Red Blood Cell.
he's also
There's
very
a lot of us crowded in a room, man.
he's also very nurturing because he takes care of a whole body.
Yeah, he takes care, and he enjoys doing it. He's not just like this murderous rampage dude like Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
But he has these other emotions.
Because he's
like he has the
also
capability of
yeah.
caring for other people.
Because he's also nice to Red Blood Cell.
Yeah, exactly. I love White Blood
Kai
Cell.
says if Honda-san isn't a vote, I call shenanigans.
Who?
I googled Honda-san. It showed a skeleton man, but I'm not positive. if
Oh,
that
from
is.
Honda-san Bookstore?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Are any of the bones broken? That could also be broken bones.
That's right. Yeah, Honda-san.
Which actually I wound up enjoying because I had initially stopped watching it like 5 minutes into the first
I had to
episode,
sit on the couch eating.
but then like everybody started talking about the show, and I'm like, I'll give it another shot, and I really related to him so much.
Honda-san. Oh man. All right.
White blood cell.
Vote for white blood.
White blood
Vote
cell.
for white blood cell.
White blood cell, all the way.
Yeah.
I'm a broken bone boy now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
white blood
I
cell.
asked for pictures and Kai sent me a picture, so I'm voting the Kai. Because no one else showed me that picture.
Sounds like white blood cell's the winner, though.
Hooray!
Oh my god, my dad just joined the chat.
And that's now live on the internet.
So,
What's our next category?
our next
OTP.
best OTP of 2018.
Oh,
So-
this is easy for me too.
Yeah, I think that this one's pretty.
Are we going to be split again?
So let's go to the nominees.
Oh,
So we-
and for those of you on the internet who don't know what OTP means, what are you doing here? It's one true pairing.
yeah.
That's a very anime term, very weeby term.
So two characters that definitely deserve to be
I
together.
used it. Yeah,
They may be together. They may not be together.
Okay, so we have
For me, it's too easy.
Hero and 02 from Darling in the Franks.
Who did that?
We have
They can
Kaname.
see it.
We have Kaname and Sosuke from the new season of Full Metal Panic.
Interesting.
We have Lean and Pichan, the pink gun from Sword Art Online Gun Gale Online.
Interesting.
We have Sakata Asugawa and Mai Sakurajima from Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Okay.
We have Nishikata and Takagi-san from Karakai Jozo no Takagi-san. We have another for Takagi and Nishikata for Karakai Jozo no Takagi-san. And
My
Hero Academia.
It just says my hero.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
just everyone.
I think somebody's trolling
I
us
mean,
at this
I mean,
point.
I mean, Ochako and Midoriya are insanely adorable.
They're my favorite
but-
from My Hero Academia, but I think this year
Yeah, as
the
far as
best
like
relationship that ever happened was Nishikata and Takagi.
Nishikata and Takagi.
Yeah. You know,
It was the
so-
cutest thing ever, and I don't have to say
And
that.
it actually truly is a one true pairing because they end up getting married.
There's a spin-off
Aw.
series. There's a spin-off series where they grown up.
I vote All Might and All for One.
Oh, what? Man.
I vote for that.
There's a lot of tension there.
Oh, we actually got some thumbs up from that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was for
There's
that. I don't think it
a
was for that.
slight delay.
Yeah, there's a delay. I don't think it was for that. I think it was for Nishikata and Takagi.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll just believe that.
Although I will say, because my choice was Sakata and Mai from Rascal, because the pairing between the two of them are one of like the absolute best, and just the way that they banter back and forth. It's kind of reminiscent of like Holo and
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
See, I know
and
that
Spice
one.
of Wolf. But there's more of a comedic aspect, and I keep comparing the pairing of those two to like the pairing of a couple in a Judd Apatow movie. I don't know if any
Well,
of you.
Judd Apatow, I hate his movies, so.
Oh,
Or
okay.
most of his movies.
All right. So okay.
I have to vote.
What
What did she say?
Deku and Bakugo.
White meat.
Ah, okay. Actually,
I
Bakugo
don't know,
and
that-
Kirishima.
That's pretty good. man.
Kirishima.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good.
But I will change my vote to Takagi-san.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We have one. This is Auntie and Oscillus from SSSS Grid.
Oh, Gridman! Yes.
Yes.
Super Samurai Squad.
Wow, that was out of nowhere. Like I was. It's a good answer.
It
It's
is
a great answer,
It
but
is
I
a good
was-
answer.
I wasn't expecting Gridman to make any of these lists. To be honest with you.
Alright, they can do a three-way. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, his quirk might be to turn rock hard, but he doesn't need to use the quirk for that.
Ah!
Oh my!
I really
Lord.
wish my dad was in the chat right now.
It only makes sense to me that we have somebody from Manga Gamer here and that we get stuff like that. You know, it's just like
I mean, yeah.
we're not Manga Gamer. We do. That's not like
It's in the heart.
yeah. That wasn't sarcasm. That was just.
Okay.
But I think Nishikata and Takagi-san kind of take it.
Yeah.
And for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, just watch and you'll be like, oh yeah. I guarantee that you'll.
It's all good.
That's some good relationshiping right there.
Yeah.
What's the next category?
All right. So I feel like after this one, we should take a small break and talk about what we're looking forward to in 2019. And maybe order pizza.
I am good.
Because it is kind of like,
Gerardo,
but then we'll,
I'm Victoria's
but
dad.
after this nomination, because it is the 2018 Nobel Prize for Adorability.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Okay. So let's read off the nominees.
So we have Chaos Chan or Chaos Chan from
Chaos.
Comic Girls.
I almost voted for her. Yeah,
We have
I agree.
we have Cardcaptor Sakura,
Yay!
Lily from Zombieland Saga, Isao the Dragon from How to Keep a Mummy,
Oh yeah.
another How to Keep a Mummy. I don't know which character that they probably.
I think
that was
all-
that was mine, and I'm voting for what was the mummy's name?
Miku.
Mikun. Yeah, Mikun.
We have Nadeshiko from Laid Back Camp. We have the Chocolate and Vanilla Combo from Neko Hara.
Wait,
because the OVA did come out this year.
Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute. What's
Damn
the last?
it.
Floaty chick.
Floaty check. Ochiko.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Oh my god, everyone's saying hi to my dad in the chat right now. Like everyone.
Is that you?
Hi to my dad.
Oh.
He commented, he's like, I always wonder what this was. I'm like, oh no. Great.
Oh man.
I don't know, like when I saw Isa the Dragon pop up for the first time in How to Keep a Mummy, I'm like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my
See,
life.
this one's really hard too because anime does this thing where they like to make everything just so dang cute.
And it's the first time where it's an animal, not a person, where like it's so cute.
So I'm kind of the opinion like Nadeshiko was cute, but House from Comic Girls was way better because I wanted Comic Girls to win something on this list, and Kaus was just so utterly like I don't know.
I gave up Comic Girls after 2 episodes.
Yeah. it was
okay.
I liked it, and Kaus was cute
I was okay with it. Like I was indifferent. I know it's
and so unapologetically homosexual. Like she was just like so into all those other girls.
Yeah.
And I'm not really into Yuri, so it doesn't make. But she was just like that was
She
just
was
a part of
still
her.
so cute.
Yeah, that was just a part of her character. So
I mentioned that the Nekopara anime just got greenlit.
Yes.
the Nekopara anime got greenlit.
Is that
It's
one?
gonna be
Is that one going to be a Jochi situation too?
The non-Kickstarter one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's like Cat Girls anime like galore.
Oh god, you're gonna be happy.
Nekopara.
I put it together now.
Okay.
My brain's on pizza now. Come on.
I gave it a special week, so sorry, horse girl. Special week.
Yeah, but did she do anything that was like over the top of it?
the way she fell.
Because she was cute, but she
The
wasn't.
way she fell was really.
But she
cute.
wasn't like Kaus Moe Desu adorable. Yeah,
No, my return.
Kaus was also like embarrassingly cute.
Yeah.
at the time. Like I was literally rooting for Special Week. Like, oh, I really want her to win. I want her to race Silent.
This is gonna be really tough.
This has always been a category where
Yeah.
none of us have ever picked.
Except for when Into Costume.
Oh.
Which
Yep, mentioned it.
You're gonna just go get it. Just go
Yeah.
get it, Evan.
We're talking about what's her name?
Hikari.
Yeah, I literally just read the
I
manga.
totally did not know there was a body attached to that head.
Yeah,
I thought it was just a head.
She won last year
I
Yeah,
thought that shit
this is the winner
of last year.
of life.
We don't have a trophy of the one this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
The reason why my hat is in the ring.
Nobody asked.
It's this.
Oh, stop questioning.
It'll probably kick back on,
yeah,
Darno.
we keep getting out of focus.
That's right. It'll kick back on.
Because someone, ran by the screens.
All right. So,
Whoa.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
What, did they just censor us out there?
They did. They censored it when you flipped up.
well, you guys also.
Oh, sorry.
You guys also have the choice that if something goes seriously wrong with the Facebook stream, you can go right over to the YouTube stream as well.
Yeah.
But we're still live. We're all good.
Yep. We're we're good over here, but we're good over.
Facebook's so wonky.
Yep.
Not dead yet.
YouTube's fine.
It's kind of going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I think Facebook might kick back on if he's sick with it. As long as you can hear us, that's fine. If you can't hear us, go over to YouTube. All right. So
Everything was pixelated. Yeah, because that's when. Yep. Trying to focus.
Yeah, we're back.
okay. So I am hoping. I am willing to. It's good that this is happening during a low point in the show.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to decide what's going on. I will give away Coast